Yeah, hi Shankar. Please tell me about yourself.
Hi Kumar, thank you for giving me this opportunity. First of
Mm-hmm.
all, my name is Kodavat Shankar.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I am located in Telangana state in Mahbubnagar district, and I was graduated in NIT Rourkela in 2021. After graduation, I was joined in Broadreach company in financial solution as a Java developer
Mm-hmm.
from 2022. Currently, I am working in that company. Nearly 3 years of experience I have.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Actually, I'm working under Impact project in Broadreach. Impact is a North American fixed income business. They are dealing with the trading and securities business level.
Mm-hmm.
In technically, I am using that Java, Spring Boot frameworks,
Mm-hmm.
and MySQL database, DBWare, and my roles and responsibility in that project is as a developer I have to implement the web services. Actually, I worked in the worked under the web development applications.
Mm-hmm.
So there I have as a developer I have in agile methodology I worked using Jira tool. They have assigned some tasks based on remedies and enhancement,
Mm-hmm.
different kind. They are divided and assigned it to as a developer I need to fix
Mm-hmm.
in in a in a in a
Yes, yes, yes. Please continue. Continue.
yeah, yeah, it's loading, that's why.
Yes, yes.
I Okay, so as a developer they are mentioned some story points in that story points, and I want to fix that error or bugs, then I deliver that task.
Okay.
That's not my responsibility in current position.
Mm-hmm.
And
So, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, in Java 8, you are familiar with Java 8?
yes, familiar. I'm familiar.
So, suppose I give one scenario to you.
Mhm.
Mm, you know how to remove duplicate. Just you give the syntax in this
Yes.
program.
Mm-hmm.
How to remove duplicate element from list by using Java 8 stream.
Streams. Before using the Java 8 streams, actually,
I'm
uh,
just I'm giving you one scenario.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm,
But removing the duplicate element means suppose we have one, two, three,
no,
three, four, five.
just 1 minute. You look in the chat.
Yes, I am looking.
Yeah,
Yes.
chat list of Java, Python, C Sharp, Java, Kotlin,
Mm-hmm.
Kotlin, Python. So these are the
Mm-hmm.
lists. So here I want to remove that kind of thing from using Java 8 within one code line. You can write here, not a problem. Just because of just you give answer shortly. Because of I
Mm-hmm.
have only 30-minute time, I need to check the all kind of things.
Okay.
Mhm. Simply you write the syntax, how to
Okay.
logic about leave it this thing. Just you initialize and you only
Okay.
write the Java 8 code.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. How to use stream. No, no, this is leave it, leave it. You only use list of string only and use stream functionality only. Just I want to check it.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
List of strings dot duplicate. List of strings mean Java, Python, C Sharp, Java, Kotlin. In this list, we have to remove the duplicate. Filter, filter, S, S dot streams.
You know about JUnit, something JUnit, Makuto,
Yeah. I know those things.
Justin.
Actually, we will use to testing.
Currently, which version control right now using?
Which one?
Version control.
Controller.
Version control. Version control. Version control, you know, repository where you put.
Yeah. Oh, those things. Controller, repository, services, entity.
No. Version control, Git, SVN, this kind of.
Yeah. Version control mean GitLab, GitHub.
Okay. So that thing I'm asking.
Yeah. List of strings. Suppose without Java streams, actually we will compare the values,
Okay. So
but
next question to you. Mm, how
stream.
to what is significance of equal method and hash code concept? How it is used?
Which one? Equal method.
Equals method and hash code method. What is use of this?
Equal and
Equals method. Equals. You know equals.
yes. Equal method. Double equal and triple equal or dot equals.
No. That is a equal operator. This is method. Just you see now in code.
Hmm.
This.
Yeah. Equals method is actually it's compare the values.
Hmm.
Hash code is based on the hashing is divide the strings.
So where we can use both for
In
equal
string,
for
strings.
strings and equals
Yes,
method also can use in a string, right? Hash
yes.
code. Hash code.
Hash code in hashing, hash map. In strings also we will use
Okay.
hash map and hash map.
Okay.
List of strings. Actually, we have list of strings. Support without Java 8, we can also remove the duplicate elements using for loop.
Mm-hmm.
For loop, there are two for loops. Suppose this is a list of strings. We are storing the strings, right? Suppose if I use the for loop from int in a array. This is a list of string in a array, right? In int I starts from zero
So
to
what is the output of this program? Suppose I am writing system out.println
uh-huh
1.0 divided by 0.0.
1.0 divided by 0.0, right?
0.
Null point or exception,
How?
because 1.0 we not able to divide with 0.0.
So null pointer why will give?
Uh, Null pointer mean there is no fixed output for that.
It will give arithmetic exception, not give
Yeah. Automatic exception. Yes. Divided, right? Yeah.
you are telling null pointer. This is not a part of null pointer.
Yeah. In string case, it will give null pointer. Yes. System dot outprint 1.00. Yeah, arithmetic exception.
So suppose I will tell you in Java 8 what
Hmm.
is use of filter.
Filter.
Hmm.
Filter is give the boolean output actually.
Hmm.
Uh, Boolean output. It will take suppose list of strings uh, dot filter. It will take argument and it will give the.
I was asked you in code only
Hmm.
here write to distinct function. So it will remove the duplicate.
Yes,
List you have written dot filter. Filter not used. List of string dot stream.
distinct. Yeah, yeah, distinct.
Stream dot distinct, and then
Yeah,
you can find out if you are right. If you are just you want to convert into the list,
collect,
so here use the
collector.
collect inside your collector dot to list. That's it only.
Hmm.
But you have not given the proper answer. You are using, but here also you are writing wrong. List of string dot stream function. Okay. So that's why I asked the simple question. I think I have asked simple question, not you more tough question.
Yeah, I have known this method, but applying here is get confused actually.
So
Distinct map,
what is
flat
okay.
map, all those.
So what is use of lambda expression in Java 8?
Lambda expression, right?
Hmm.
Lambda expression is the shortest function. It will be uh, lambda expression is a shortest function, and it will be much readable and maintainable. Very short, speed up the function level actually. And lambda expression has some functional interface and it predicate callable functions and consumer supplier kind of functional interface it has.
You know singleton design pattern.
Which one?
Singleton design pattern. Singleton pattern you can say a singleton design pattern.
Yeah, yes, singleton mean it has only one instance to designing.
So how do you define in code? Can you elaborate about that?
To design single instance, right?
Yes.
Final using final keyword and using final keyword we will uh, and service.
What is difference between enumerator and iterator?
Enumerator and iterator, right?
Hmm.
Iterator will it's in collections we will use to iterate the list of elements,
Hmm.
and enumerator is the to iterate in enum object.
No, enumerator does not have a remove method, but it would work as a similar as a iterator.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Okay.
what is difference between, I am just asking one question in collection, what is difference between iterator and list iterator?
Iterator and least iterator.
Hmm.
Iterator is the class actually. Least iterator is a method.
Hmm.
Based on that method, we will iterate the list of elements.
You know the serialization concept?
Which one?
Serialization concept?
Serialization in exception handling.
No,
Yeah,
serialization. What is
multi-threading. Yeah,
multi-threading?
multi-threading. Yeah,
And where can be used other places?
multi-threading serializable we can use in uh, Actually, I previously worked on actually object-oriented programming concepts.
No,
These
but
thing also I have. These
you
things also I have gone actually, but not used with
no no
serial.
no 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 no.
Mm.
You are writing API, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, serial repositories, database.
REST API, here need to be
Mm.
serialization and deserialization because of API is working based on the common gateway interface. It is
Yes.
go to over
Ye-
the network. So if you are writing any bean, you can mark as a serialized.
Yeah, actually, as without marking a serialization, also we will implement the REST API in the REST API architecture microservice.
Hmm.
Uh, First microservice architecture, the three-tier architecture, right? Database, client, who can use Postman or Swagger, whatever it may be.
What is difference between monolith application and microservice level application?
Monoservice and micro
Monolith.
monolith. Yeah, the difference is microservices it has the different instances
Hmm.
and different database and it will have different services. But monolithic it has only one instance. It will be very combined together all the services. Only one instance it has,
Okay.
and it will very complex actually to handling that in monolithic. That's why we will use to handle in microservices is different services and different APIs to
So
implement.
what is pre and what is advantage and disadvantage of microservices?
Microservices is it is easily maintainable and if we want to test, we can easily test using the UI either Swagger or Postman.
Hmm.
And if we have any bugs and errors through any one of the service, we can check in that service only.
Hmm.
And monolithic, it has difficult to check in the entire instance of that project. It's complete very difficult. It's a more complex actually. Builded it
You
more
know
complex.
elastic tools.
Uh-huh.
You know any tools about that? How to check the logs of
Logger, Logger
logger?
SLR4J.
Log4j because of if you have microservices,
Mm-hmm.
10 component you have written, all 10 component had deployed in AWS server
Mm-hmm.
in different instances.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you check the logs?
Is check the logs.
You know Kubernetes, Elastic, Elasticity tools.
Yeah. To logs level, I didn't check till now, but I heard that deploy in AWS and S3 bucket.
Hmm. So
In the
S3
Lambda.
bucket is a hardware environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Means where Tomcat,
Yeah.
MySQL server. So
Mm.
what is EC2 instance in AWS? You know EC2.
EC2 is one of the uh, in AWS service. EC2 is used actually. Yeah, I heard that, but not used till that
Okay.
actually.
So you know Spring framework.
Yeah, I know those things. Spring Boot.
So what is the use of dispatcher servlet in Spring framework? You know dispatcher servlet.
Yeah, dispatcher serverless to handle the APIs actually from client to server side.
Hmm. So how it is work? Can you give the process flow of
Dispatch
how to handle view resolver?
dispatcher servlets.
Hmm.
Dispatcher servlet will from if if the client is uh, uh, suppose we have some APIs, if the client is performing action on it,
Mm-hmm.
the request on basis of request, the dispatcher servlet sends the to the server side actually that
Mm-hmm.
request.
Mm-hmm.
API gates behaves like API gates dispatcher servlet.
You know, Spring Core functionality. Suppose the company will give you some writing some core functionality, Spring Core without Spring APIs or something. Core, you know?
Those do get do post and those things. Which one that Spring life cycle you need to destroy service based on that
Mm-hmm. So
application.
what is use of Spring Boot?
Spring Boot.
Hmm.
As compared with the framework, Spring Boot is some having some uh, auto configuration, XML auto configuration tools. It has build some auto configuration kind of libraries it has. While comparing with the Spring Boot is that some by default it's some annotated auto configurations, and it is very uh, scalable actually while comparing with the Spring Boot,
You know CSS, HTML,
JavaScript,
JavaScript, Ajax. You know.
and yes, I know those. And Spring Boot is it's fully annotated configuration actually.
And Spring MVC is not fully annotated.
Spring MEC it is somewhat well compared with the Spring Boot. Some newly added feature in it having Spring Boot actually well compared with the Spring
Okay. So
robust and speed.
okay. So what is use of Spring Boot application annotation in Spring Boot?
Spring Boot application annotation, right? It
Hmm.
has combination of Spring enable auto configuration, component scan, and Spring edit configuration.
Hmm.
These three annotation combination of Spring Boot application. Based on that annotation, it is configure. It has the Boot application,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
it is the main while creating the Spring Boot project, that annotation will be by default uh, crea- created on that class, whichever we created in that.
Okay. You know get and post method
Which one? Get post
method.
methods.
Yeah.
Yes, I know those.
What is differences?
Get is the get method is to retrieve the resources from the database. We will use that,
Hmm.
and post method will to post or create new resources in
Hmm.
database.
Okay. In you are using MySQL database, right?
Yes.
So database, what kind of SQL query joins are there in SQL query?
In join.
Join.
Yeah. In
How?
SQL
Yeah.
query.
In other words, we can say how many types of join.
Okay. Okay. And joins are there are different types of join in SQL queries. There are left join, right join, full join, inner join. Based on two tables, that join concept will be work. Two or multiple tables.
And function and procedure.
Procedures, yeah, functions. We have mean, max, average kind of functions are there,
No, no,
and
no, no.
uh,
Function. Suppose, someone is telling you write function in MySQL in
Yeah,
Oracle.
yeah. And procedures.
So what is
Eh,
difference between function and procedure?
Procedures functions actually a block of code actually functions. Procedures they that is used to create a new procedure based on the existing table or what
Okay.
to retrieve purpose actually procedure to storing purpose.
So what is advantage of procedure and function
Procedure two we
instead of
will
query?
have. Mhm. Procedure two we can manipulate the things easily. Functions also while to perform any action on that storage data in the database.
Okay. And I will ask the last question to you because your time is going over.
Mhm.
Uh, you know how to optimize query?
Query select query, yeah.
Suppose any query performance is low, so how to
Mm.
optimize?
Through speed up the query, we will use the concept in using index concept.
No, but in that concept you can use. So insertion concept will be loose.
Actually, to optimize to speed up the query, we will use the index concept in MySQL database. But uh, optimize the query means
Suppose any tables have CRUD operation. Okay? CRUD means
uh,
create, update, delete, all kind of things we can perform.
yes.
So for query optimization in the sense of you are telling only select, you optimizing only select,
Hmm.
it will impact it. Suppose you have made the index, so many consequences will come, space, memory management issue will occur, and
Hmm.
insertion and updation and deletion performance going too low.
Hmm.
Any other option you
Any
can
other?
ask?
Yeah, on that case, uh, to optimize the query, we will use.
You know, I give one example. Suppose you are using in, you can avoid the writing in. Here you can use a gist keyword.
A constraint.
In you know, in clause.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So avoid in.
Constraint. Yeah, based on constraint, we can optimize the different operations.
Yes. Avoid this because of in means it will iterate one by one
Hmm.
element. Suppose in you have put it the 1000 element for searching in
Yes,
the database.
yes, yes. Between operator, in operator, and or yeah,
Yeah, so avoid
yeah.
this thing. Here you can use exist or something. Hmm.
Hmm.
So it
Yes,
will
yeah.
take the chunk of all element and compare and release the data.
Hmm.
In will use as a for loop because of one by one element will check. So query will take time.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So that kind of things. I think time is over. You want to ask anything else before closing the call?
I want to ask actually. Uh, Actually, the Java 8 streams. We have terminal and based on non-terminal operating, we will handle it. Actually, collections will store the objects. This Java 8 streams will be manipulate those stored data in on collections. Actually,
No
I have
collection.
that operations. All those operation I know, but while implementing, I forgot the distinct kind of information.
Okay.
This what I know.
don't worry about that. Okay?
Mm.
Because initially you have started interview, so just explore it the technical skill, basics.
Yeah.
Because of as per your
Mm.
experience, someone will ask the basic question, not go on the
Mm.
depth. So your
Okay.
basic, because of you have not studied right now. This is the problem.
Mhm.
Hmm? First you prepare, then come into the interview. So you can crack out interview within one or two interviews.
Okay.
Because okay.
Almost.
So this is my advice because of a lot of things, as per my understanding, lot of things is gaps in the conceptual points.
Mm.
Dispatcher servlet, I have asked you, but you have not given the satisfactory answer. Dispatcher servlet is a main controller of MVC framework. Any
Mm.
client request will come. Dispatcher servlet will decide the types of request. It will go to the resources API
Yeah, Vikram,
and call the
actually.
particular resource and bind up the data, and then the same data will come through. Request and response is handled by, in simple words you can say, the request and
Chestnut.
response is handled by dispatcher servlet. This is the simple definition. All request, all response is handled by dispatcher servlet. Suppose you have
Yeah,
model,
yeah,
service, view
yeah,
resolver.
Vikram, actually from UI we'll use Postman or Swagger, right? And those clients from clients to server.
Anything you are doing, dispatcher servlet are doing this kind of jobs.
Yes, yes, from client to server. Yeah.
If you are writing REST API, if you are writing
Mm.
just binded with the view resolver, everything is done by dispatcher servlet.
Mm.
Dispatcher servlet, even it is used in Spring Boot because of Spring Boot and Spring Framework MVC both are the similar manner. But here some
Mm.
configuration part is optimized because of developer only focus on the development part, not need to be
Development.
worry about the configuration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the main point. That's why I ask simple question. Nothing. Just you, if you look at the role of dispatcher servlet, you will get the idea how it
Okay.
is working. You don't feel like that. I'm writing REST API. I'm not using UI code and something. Why simply involved in REST API? So whatever you are writing,
Mm-hmm.
main role of dispatcher servlet. If you are using
Yeah.
Spring Framework or Spring Boot, without
Mm.
dispatcher servlet, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
This is the gateway of all
Get
request and
API.
gateway of all request and response.
Mm-hmm.
This is the main controller, heart controller
Okay.
of the all services. Okay. So this
Okay.
controller will call to your return your associate controller.
Mm.
So you pass to the particular path and map the particular controller
Controller.
and execute the logic and bind the data and send response to the dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher
Yes.
servlet will send to the UI. UI just like
UI.
as your postman.
Yeah.
Your postman will send and receive. Request and response is processed by the postman. Okay.
Yeah.
So all
Mm.
request and response will get through the dispatcher servlet. Simple things only.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Mm.
Just you brace up your Java 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Java 8 and core Java concept.
The core Java concept is nothing but Whoops
Use
concept.
OOP concept
Yeah,
and
I am aware about that Whoops concept, but
no, no, no,
well,
no,
in,
no. If I ask the question, definitely will not give the answer because of you know, but
No,
concept.
actually, Vikram, OOPS concept on this inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. These four things will use in the OOP concept. And apart from OOPS, we will use that interface,
What is parent class of all Java classes?
object class.
Object class. Okay. So you know what is encapsulation and abstraction?
Yes, I know. Encapsulation we will use to achieve the data hiding and data binding purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And if you declare any variable as a private, if we want to access that private variable or attribute, we will use public getter and setter methods.
Suppose I have normal class without private and getter and setter. So will not happen encapsulation.
Yeah, for data hiding purpose, it will be data hiding mean we will use
No, no.
encapsulation, right?
I'm just simply ask if suppose
Mm-hmm.
you have
Mm-hmm.
normal class you are writing public variable, public method. So
Mm-hmm.
in that scenario it will not happen encapsulation.
Encapsulation is not happen, but we can able to access that attribute.
Except that encapsulation will not happen, right?
Not happen, but we can able to access
No,
that.
that's why I am telling. I observed that encapsulation is a binding the data and method into single unit. Simple
Indeed.
definition.
Yes.
Unit is a object. If
Mm.
you have created object, encapsulation will happen. Don't give this kind of example, private variable, getter and setter. Forget it. This is the mechanism. You got my point? Simple. If
Yes.
you created object, so class attribute means variable and method should be
Yeah.
bind into the object. That is the encapsulation. Just complement part of abstraction. If you have encapsulation, you can
But
abstract the data and method. This is the abstraction.
but we can able to access from outside of the class also. Well,
No,
if you not declare with the
that is
private access.
that is different thing. That is different thing. This is scenario of your modifier. If
Mhm.
you mark
Yeah.
as a private, you can access
Mm.
in itself class. If you mark as a public, you can outside of class access.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So this is not associated with the encapsulation. Encapsulation work is simple. Bind
But we bind.
bind data and method into the object. This is the simple definition. Encapsulation.
Yeah.
You know the capsule? I give the general term of medicine. You see the capsule? Inside the capsule, your medicine is packed. If you
Mhm.
taken in, you take this capsule inside the body, it will work.
Yes, yes, it will work. And abstraction is different. Mean
So means
it
your
will.
capsule is gone inside the your stomach. So then encapsulation will happen. It will abstracting the your medicine element. Similar way in Java, whatever you have bind in object that abstraction part. Abstraction means accessing
Mm.
without what you can say hiding the complexity
Hiding.
without complexity of method. Hiding means if you have
Hiding mean if you declare the method, the body will be implementing another class.
just I give the example. Suppose you have object dot call the method name. Here you are writing any body, nothing. So you are hiding
Nothing.
your body. Simple definition.
Yes.
Calling mechanism is abstraction. Encapsulated value if you are calling, that is abstraction. Abstraction means if you can describe, you understand about the abstraction. Abstraction means abstract the binded data,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
That's why I'm telling, just you go in the depth. You basic thing is required because of I don't know how you are working in your organization, how do you are writing code. So based on the your evaluation, it will happen the further round.
Okay.